guys, let's talk about this concept of a function. And so um, this is mostly a concept that is easier found when you're actually looking at a graph or looking at a table, because it can be missed sometimes when you are looking at whoa, hello, that's a really big line. So I'm going to make sure that we put this line thickness down here. Okay. So when we are looking at a line and we are trying to find out if it is a function or not, we can simply just draw a line up and down to see if it goes through x twice. And so if you're looking here, this line would be a function on number 3 because I only hit 2 once, 3 once, 4 once, 0 once, and so forth. But if we're looking at this, all I'm going to look at is the x values. So -4, do I see -4 again? No, I see -2, 0, 1, and 5. -2, do I see -2 repeated again up here? No. 0 is not repeated again, 1 is not repeated again, and 5 is not repeated again. However, I see -4 down here on my y. Here's the thing. This does not affect y. This functionality only affects x, okay? So here, you know that it's a function, and you can use this as the constant of proportionality by saying that k, which is the constant, is equal to, guess what? We're going to say the change in y2 minus y1. And we're going to divide that by the change of x2 or x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And we can choose any values on this chart. And that's what I'm going to do first and foremost. Now, here's the thing to not get caught up on, is that these are your x values. As you go to the right, you're going to have an x2. So I'm going to use red for the values that I want to be my my sub 2 values and so forth. I want these guys to be red. So I'm going to use this is going to be x2, and this is going to be y2, and I'm going to use fuchsia to make these my 1s, okay? So left to right, so let's go back up here and kind of look at this. If I take y2, my y2 is my -19, and I'm going to subtract the y1, which is +2, and it's closer to the beginning of the actual chart, so that makes it the y1 in this case for me. And a lot of people say, well, I don't know what to choose. Well, that's fine. Just kind of look at where it's placed at if you're having trouble figuring out what do I do. And now I'm going to take the change in my x values, which is 5 minus -2. And I'm going to put that in a parenthesis so that I can see that that's a change that's happening there. And I want to make sure that this math is seeable for you. So I'm going to draw a line. So when we have this right here happening, this -19 is a really large value. And so it's extra negative, so to speak. So I'm going to take this extra negative value and I'm going to take away 2 more from somewhere else. And guess what? That's going to make me even more negative. So I'm going to be negative 1921. And I'm going to be divided by this 5 plus, we have 2 negatives together, 7. So this is going to give me a constant of proportionality. If I'm dividing here and I'm being honest with myself, this constant of proportionality is going to be negative. What you have to do to make sure that it's correct is you have to go back and say, is this true? Is this constant of proportionality true for each and every single one of these? So if I plug these in, am I going to get the same thing each time? And I'll show you what that looks like.